Air fryers have gone from being a trendy kitchen gadget to something a lot of people actually use every day. And when you start looking for one online, especially on Amazon, you quickly realize there are hundreds of options. Different sizes, different prices, different brands, and it can be hard to know which one is actually worth buying. That's exactly why the Ninja Air Fryer AF141 stands out. It's one of the most popular air fryers in its category, and it keeps showing up in bestseller lists. So instead of asking whether air fryers in general are useful, the better question is this: why do so many people specifically choose this one? This video is about answering that question from a real-world perspective, not by reading a spec sheet, but by looking at how this air fryer fits into everyday cooking. Let's start with the first thing people usually notice: size and capacity. The Ninja AF141 is designed to handle real portions, not just small snacks. The basket is large enough to cook meals for more than one person without having to do multiple batches. That alone makes a big difference in daily use. If you've ever used a small air fryer, you know how annoying it is to cook in rounds and wait for the next batch. With this one, you can throw in a decent amount of food, fries, chicken pieces, vegetables, and cook everything at once. For couples, small families, or even people who like meal prepping, that extra space is a big selling point. Another thing that helps here is the square basket design. It makes better use of space compared to round baskets, so food spreads out more evenly instead of piling up in the middle. That leads to more consistent cooking and less shaking or rearranging halfway through. Now let's talk about ease of use, because this is where a lot of people either love or hate their air fryer. One of the reasons the Ninja AF141 sells so well is because it's simple. The controls are straightforward, the buttons are clearly labeled, and you don't need to read a manual every time you want to cook something. You choose a function, set the temperature and time, and that's it. This matters more than people think. When a kitchen appliance feels complicated, you stop using it. When it feels easy, it becomes part of your routine. This air fryer falls into the second category. The digital display is clear and easy to read, even from a distance. You can quickly see what mode you're in, how much time is left, and what temperature you're using. That makes cooking feel relaxed instead of stressful. Now let's get into what most people actually care about: how the food turns out. The Ninja AF141 is known for delivering consistent results with everyday foods. Fries come out crispy on the outside and soft on the inside. Chicken gets a nice golden texture without drying out. Vegetables roast evenly and keep their flavor. This is where Ninja's cooking technology really shows. Hot air circulates efficiently inside the basket, so food cooks evenly without needing excessive oil. You still get that crispy finish people love, but with less mess and less grease compared to traditional frying. Another big plus is how well it handles frozen foods. Things like frozen fries, nuggets, wings, or snacks cook quickly and evenly, which makes this air fryer extremely convenient on busy days when you don't feel like cooking from scratch. You take food out of the freezer, put it in the basket, set the timer, and a few minutes later you're done. That kind of convenience is a huge reason air fryers became popular in the first place, and this model delivers on that promise. Beyond air frying, this model also includes additional cooking functions, like roasting, reheating, and dehydrating. That gives you more flexibility without needing extra appliances. The dehydrate function is especially interesting for people who like making things like dried fruit or snacks at home. You don't have to use it every day, but it's nice knowing the option is there without buying a separate dehydrator. Now let's talk about cleaning, because this is another make or break factor. The basket and crisper plate are non-stick and easy to clean. After cooking, you can usually just rinse them or put them in the dishwasher. There's no complicated cleanup, no hard to reach corners, and no greasy mess all over your kitchen. This is important because the easier it is to clean, the more often you'll actually use it. The Ninja AF141 is clearly designed with real kitchens in mind, not just showroom demos. Another detail people appreciate is how sturdy and well built it feels. It doesn't feel flimsy or cheap. The basket slides in smoothly, the handle feels solid, and the whole unit stays stable on the counter while cooking. That build quality adds confidence. When you're using a hot appliance regularly, you want it to feel reliable, and this one does. Now let's talk about noise and heat, because these things affect daily comfort. Like most air fryers, it makes some noise while running, but it's not excessive or annoying. It's the kind of background sound you quickly get used to. Heat stays mostly inside the unit, so it doesn't turn your kitchen into an oven the way a traditional oven sometimes does. That makes it especially useful in warmer months or in smaller kitchens where space and airflow matter. So who is this air fryer really for? The Ninja AF141 makes a lot of sense for people who want to cook faster, cleaner, and with less effort. It's great for anyone who cooks during the week after work, wants quick meals without a lot of prep, doesn't want to heat up a full oven, likes crispy food without deep frying, wants an appliance they'll actually use regularly. It's also a solid option for families who need a bit more capacity, or for people who like making multiple servings at once. One of the reasons this model works so well is that it doesn't try to be overly fancy. It focuses on doing the basics really well. That's usually what separates appliances people love from ones that end up collecting dust. After looking at how people use it and why it's so popular, it's easy to understand the appeal. This is an air fryer that fits naturally into daily life. It saves time, reduces mess, and makes cooking feel simpler. At the end of the day, the Ninja Air Fryer AF141 isn't popular because of marketing hype. It's popular because it solves a real problem in the kitchen and does it in a way that feels practical and reliable. If you're thinking about getting an air fryer and want something that people consistently choose and use, this one is definitely worth checking out. Down pointing finger emoji. You can find the link to see current pricing and availability in the description below.